Hello friends, how are you? Welcome back to the channel where old coins can change your life. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Roosevelt dime coin values. Exploring their iconic design, rich history, and the hidden treasures that could be hiding in your pocket change. In this exciting episode, we'll uncover the top 3 most valuable and ultra rare Roosevelt dime coins from the United States, the 1999p, 2000p, and 2007p mint mark coins. While these coins may look ordinary, some rare varieties, error coins, and unique color-shaded specimens have shocked collectors and investors by selling for thousands, and in exceptional cases, even more. We'll explore the history behind these Roosevelt dimes, examine their mint marks, discuss rare errors from the P&D mints, and reveal why certain coins in dirty or circulated condition can still attract serious attention from collectors. So before you spend that old dime sitting in your coin jar, stick around, because you might be holding a small fortune in your hands. Let's begin with our first incredible coin, the 1999p Roosevelt dime. Welcome back to the channel where a single coin can change everything you thought you knew about pocket change. Today, we are uncovering one of the most talked about modern American coins ever produced. The incredible 1999p Roosevelt dime. At first glance, this tiny 10-cent coin looks completely ordinary. Millions of Americans have carried it in their pockets, dropped it into vending machines, and tossed it into jars without ever giving it a second thought. But what if I told you that certain examples of this seemingly common coin have shocked collectors, created bidding wars, and turned an ordinary piece of change into an extraordinary collectible treasure? The story of the 1999p Roosevelt dime begins at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most historic coin-producing facilities in the United States of America. In 1999, America was preparing to enter a new millennium. Technology was advancing rapidly, the economy was booming, and the United States Mint was producing billions of coins to satisfy the growing needs of commerce throughout the country. Among those billions of coins was the Roosevelt dime bearing the P mint mark, representing its birthplace at the Philadelphia Mint. More than 2 billion examples were produced during that year, making it one of the highest mintage Roosevelt dimes ever created. Despite this enormous production number, collectors have discovered that some examples stand far above the rest. These rare specimens continue to fascinate investors and coin enthusiasts around the world. The Roosevelt dime itself carries a powerful historical significance. The coin honors President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, one of the most influential leaders in American history. Following Roosevelt's death in 1945, the United States government decided to commemorate his legacy on the nation's 10-cent coin. Roosevelt's leadership during the Great Depression and World War II left a lasting impact on the country, and his connection to the March of Dimes campaign made the dime the perfect tribute. Since 1946, the Roosevelt dime has remained a symbol of American resilience, leadership, and historical achievement. When examining the 1999p Roosevelt dime, many collectors immediately notice its familiar appearance. The obverse features the portrait of President Roosevelt designed by John R. Sinek, while the reverse displays the famous torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, representing liberty, peace, and strength. To the average person, this design appears simple and common. However, experienced collectors understand that the smallest detail can transform an ordinary coin into a remarkable discovery. One of the biggest misconceptions surrounding the 1999p Roosevelt dime is the belief that every example is worth a fortune. In reality, most circulated 1999p Roosevelt dimes remain worth their face value of 10 cents. Nevertheless, the excitement begins when collectors encounter coins possessing unusual characteristics, exceptional preservation, rare striking errors, or extraordinary visual appeal. These factors can dramatically increase a coin's desirability and market value. Some examples have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars because of their rarity and condition. The condition of a coin plays a crucial role in determining its value. Professional grading services examine every tiny detail, from the quality of the strike to the preservation of the surfaces. A 1999p Roosevelt dime found in average circulation might be worth only 10 cents. But a perfectly preserved specimen with exceptional strike quality can command substantially higher prices. Collectors pay special attention to coins displaying what experts call full bands, a designation awarded to dimes whose torch bands show complete and uninterrupted separation. These high-grade full bands examples are surprisingly difficult to find despite the enormous production numbers. Another fascinating aspect of the 1999 P. Roosevelt dime involves mint errors. During the manufacturing process, occasional mistakes occur, creating unique coins that differ from normal examples. These errors can include off-center strikes, missing clad layers, die cracks, doubled dies, and other unusual characteristics. Because these errors escaped the mint's quality control process, they became instant collectibles. Certain error examples have attracted intense interest from collectors because each one represents a unique moment in American minting history. One particularly interesting error involves missing clad layers. Standard Roosevelt dimes produced in 1999 were manufactured using a clad composition consisting primarily of copper with outer nickel layers. In rare cases, one of these outer layers failed to bond properly before striking, creating a coin with an unusual appearance and reduced weight. Such errors immediately attract collector attention because they reveal the hidden complexity behind modern coin production. These fascinating mistakes demonstrate how even the smallest manufacturing anomaly can create a valuable collectible. Color variations also generate tremendous excitement among collectors. Some 1999 P. Roosevelt dimes display unusual toning patterns, ranging from golden hues to deep blues, purples, and rainbow effects. While not every color variation adds significant value, naturally toned coins with attractive appearances can become highly desirable. Collectors often compete aggressively for visually stunning examples because no two toned coins are exactly alike. The combination of rarity, beauty, and historical significance transforms these coins into miniature works of art. Today, the market value of the 1999 P. Roosevelt dime depends entirely on its condition, rarity, and characteristics. Most circulated examples remain worth approximately 10 cents. Typical uncirculated examples can sell for several dollars, while exceptional specimens certified at the highest grading levels can command hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Rare error examples may achieve even higher values depending on their uniqueness and collector demand. However, claims that ordinary circulated 1999 P. Roosevelt dimes are routinely worth millions of dollars are not supported by the evidence available in the numismatic marketplace. What makes the 1999 P. Roosevelt dime truly fascinating is not merely its monetary value, but the possibility that an ordinary-looking coin can possess an extraordinary story. Every coin carries with it a journey through American history. It may have traveled through countless hands, witnessed major historical events, and survived decades of circulation before finally being recognized by a collector who understood its significance. This element of discovery continues to inspire millions of people around the world to search through their pocket change in hopes of finding a hidden treasure. If you own a 1999 P. Roosevelt dime, do not rush to spend it before examining it carefully. Check for unusual colors, striking errors, exceptional preservation, or sharp full bands details on the reverse torch design. While the chances of discovering an extremely valuable example may be small, history has repeatedly demonstrated that remarkable discoveries can emerge from the most unexpected places. The next coin you examine could reveal a fascinating story, a rare error, or perhaps even a valuable collectible hiding in plain sight. The 1999 P. Roosevelt dime remains one of the most intriguing modern American coins because it perfectly represents the excitement of coin collecting itself. It reminds us that treasures are not always hidden in ancient ruins or locked inside museum vaults. Sometimes they exist quietly in our pockets, our drawers, and our forgotten coin jars, waiting for someone curious enough to recognize their true importance. And that is why collectors continue searching, studying, and dreaming. Because every coin has a story, and every story has the potential to change a life. Next up, welcome back, coin hunters and treasure seekers. Today we are uncovering the fascinating story behind one of the most talked about coins in American pocket change history, the 1974 Washington quarter with no mint mark. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary quarter that has spent years moving from one pocket to another. Many people have seen this coin, spent this coin, and completely ignored this coin. Yet for collectors, every old quarter carries the possibility of an incredible discovery. Hidden among millions of ordinary examples are coins that stand out because of their condition, rarity, and collector appeal. Imagine finding an old coin jar in the corner of a room. It has been sitting untouched for decades. As you begin sorting through the coins, one quarter catches your attention. The date reads 1974. There is no mint mark beside the date. Suddenly your curiosity takes over. Could this be a valuable coin? Could it be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered? Questions like these are what make coin collecting one of the most exciting hobbies in the world. The story of the 1974 Washington quarter begins during a time when America was experiencing significant economic and social changes. Millions of quarters were produced to meet the demands of everyday commerce. These coins traveled across the nation, passing through stores, banks, restaurants, gas stations, and countless households. Every quarter carried a small piece of American history in its metal surfaces. The portrait on the front features George Washington, the first president of the United States. His image has become one of the most recognized designs in American coinage. On the reverse side stands the majestic eagle, a symbol of strength, freedom, and national pride. Together these designs transformed an ordinary circulating coin into a lasting piece of American heritage. One feature that attracts attention is the absence of a mint mark. To many new collectors, a missing mint mark seems mysterious. They wonder whether it indicates a rare error or a special issue. In reality, many quarters from Philadelphia during this era were struck without a mint mark. However, what makes certain examples desirable is not simply the missing mint mark but their overall quality and preservation. As years passed, most 1974 quarters entered heavy circulation. They experienced daily use and gradually developed scratches, worn details, and faded surfaces. Many were lost, damaged, or spent repeatedly. Because of this, finding examples that remain in exceptional condition can be difficult. Collectors place a premium on coins that have survived with strong details and attractive surfaces. Every collector dreams of finding a coin that others overlooked. The thrill comes from searching through rolls of quarters, inherited collections, and forgotten coin jars. Sometimes a coin appears ordinary until closer inspection reveals unusual characteristics. Sharp details, brilliant luster, and exceptional eye appeal can transform a common coin into a highly sought after collectible. The journey of a single quarter can span decades. It may have traveled through major cities, crossed state lines, and passed through thousands of hands. It may have been carried by workers, students, travelers, and business owners. Each mark on its surface tells a story. Each scratch represents a moment in its long journey through American history. Collectors often examine every detail carefully. They look at Washington's hair, the lettering, the date, and the eagle on the reverse. They search for signs of a strong strike and original mint luster. Coins that display these qualities often attract greater attention than heavily worn examples. In the collecting community, condition can dramatically influence value. As the years continue to pass, top-quality examples become harder to find. Time naturally reduces the number of coins that remain in outstanding condition. This scarcity of premium specimens creates excitement among collectors who seek the finest examples available. The challenge of locating such coins adds to the appeal of the hobby. Coin collecting is not simply about money. It is about discovery, history, and the excitement of uncovering something special. Every coin has a story waiting to be told. The 1974 Washington quarter is no exception. It serves as a reminder of an era when coins played a central role in everyday life and when every transaction carried a small piece of American history. Many collectors spend years studying quarters because they appreciate the combination of art, history, and rarity. A quarter may seem ordinary to most people, but to an experienced collector it represents decades of history and countless possibilities. The search for exceptional examples keeps collectors engaged and passionate year after year. When evaluating a 1974 no-mint mark quarter today, experts focus on several important factors. They consider preservation, strike quality, eye appeal, and overall condition. Coins that remain bright and sharply detailed generally attract the greatest interest. Exceptional examples are admired because they have survived decades while retaining much of their original appearance. The Washington Quarter Series remains one of the most collected coin series in America. Millions of people enjoy searching through pocket change hoping to discover an overlooked treasure. This ongoing interest helps keep the series popular among both new and experienced collectors. Perhaps the greatest lesson from the 1974 quarter is that appearances can be deceiving. What looks like ordinary pocket change may hold historical significance and collector interest. Every coin deserves a closer look because every coin carries a unique story. Whether found in an old collection or received as change from a store. A quarter from 1974 connects us to a different time in American history. As our journey through the story of the 1974 no-mint mark Washington quarter comes to an end, remember that the true excitement of coin collecting comes from the hunt itself. The possibility of discovery keeps collectors searching. The connection to history keeps them learning. And the stories behind each coin keep the hobby alive for future generations. The next time you receive a quarter and change, take a closer look. Examine the date, study the details, consider where that coin may have traveled over the decades. You never know what piece of history might be resting quietly in the palm of your hand. For collectors, that sense of wonder is worth more than any price guide can measure. Next up. Welcome back, treasure hunters and coin collectors. Today we are uncovering the fascinating story behind one of America's most talked about modern coins, the 2001 D-State quarter dollar. At first glance, this quarter may look like ordinary pocket change. Millions of people have carried it in their wallets, spent it at stores, and tossed it into coin jars without a second thought. But what if one of these coins is hiding something special? What if a seemingly ordinary quarter could be worth far more than its face value? Stay with me until the end because the history, mystery, and collector demand surrounding the 2001 D-State quarter may completely change the way you look at your spare change. The year 2001 was an important chapter in the history of the United States Mint. The highly successful state quarters program was in full swing, captivating collectors across America. Every new release generated excitement as people searched for the latest state designs. The program transformed ordinary circulating coins into miniature pieces of American history. Families, students, investors, and hobbyists eagerly searched through rolls of quarters, hoping to complete collections or discover something unusual. The 2001 D-State quarter was produced at the Denver Mint, identified by the famous D Mint mark. During 2001, several state designs entered circulation, each celebrating a unique part of America's heritage. These quarters traveled through banks, businesses, and households nationwide. While most eventually became worn from circulation, a small number survived in remarkable condition. These well-preserved examples would later become highly desirable among collectors. What makes a coin valuable? Many people assume age alone determines value, but experienced collectors know the truth is much more complicated. Condition plays a major role. A quarter that has spent years circulating through cash registers usually shows scratches, marks, fading details, and signs of wear. Such examples often remain worth only face value. However, coins that retain their original mint luster and sharp details can attract serious collector interest. The closer a coin is to the condition it was in when it left the mint, the more desirable it may become. Imagine finding a 2001 D-State quarter that appears untouched by time. The surfaces still shine. The design remains crisp and beautiful. The details seem almost perfect. Such coins are much scarcer than many people realize because the vast majority entered circulation immediately after production. Over time, wear and tear reduced the number of pristine examples available to collectors. The excitement becomes even greater when collectors discuss mint errors. During the production process, mistakes occasionally occur. Some coins may be struck slightly off-center. Others may display doubled details, die cracks, unusual surfaces, or other characteristics that separate them from ordinary examples. These minting mistakes often create significant interest because they are unexpected and difficult to find. Collectors around the world enjoy searching through thousands of coins in hopes of discovering one of these unusual treasures. Another fascinating aspect of the 2001 D-State quarter is the role it played in the collecting boom of the early 2000s. The state quarters program introduced millions of people to the hobby of coin collecting. Many individuals who had never collected coins before suddenly found themselves checking their change every day. This increased attention created strong demand for exceptional examples and encouraged a new generation of collectors to learn about grading, rarity, and coin preservation. Over the years, stories have emerged about rare state quarters selling for impressive amounts. These stories capture the imagination because they remind us that extraordinary discoveries are still possible. While most 2001D state quarters remain common, exceptional specimens can achieve much higher prices than ordinary. Examples: coins with extraordinary preservation, unique errors, or rare characteristics often command premiums in the collector market. Many people become excited when they discover a quarter with an unusual silver appearance. In some cases, these coins have been altered after leaving the mint through private plating processes. Such modifications can create an attractive appearance, but they do not automatically make a coin extremely valuable. Experienced collectors focus on originality, rarity, condition, and verified mint errors when determining value. The history behind the State Quarters program continues to add to the appeal of these coins. Each design serves as a small piece of American storytelling. The program celebrated the diversity, culture, achievements, and traditions of individual states. As a result, the coins became much more than simple currency. They became educational tools, historical reminders, and collectible keepsakes treasured by millions. As collector interest grew, professional grading services began evaluating high-quality examples. A small difference in grade can sometimes create a dramatic difference in market value. A coin considered average may be worth only face value, while an exceptionally preserved specimen may attract substantial collector attention. This reality explains why serious collectors carefully inspect every detail under magnification. The 2001D State Quarter teaches an important lesson about coin collecting. Hidden value is not always obvious. Sometimes the difference between an ordinary coin and a collectible treasure comes down to a tiny detail that most people would overlook. A sharper strike, a cleaner surface, a rare error, or superior preservation can transform a common coin into something much more desirable. Today, the market value of a typical circulated 2001D State Quarter remains approximately 25 cents. Uncirculated examples may bring a premium depending on condition and collector demand. High-grade certified examples can sell for significantly more, especially when they represent some of the finest surviving specimens. Rare mint error examples may command even stronger prices when verified by experts. Despite sensational headlines that occasionally appear online, it is important to understand that ordinary 2001D State Quarters are not automatically worth millions of dollars. Most remain common circulating coins. However, rare high-grade examples and significant mint errors can be surprisingly valuable. This distinction is what separates fact from exaggeration and helps collectors make informed decisions. The thrill of the hunt remains one of the most exciting parts of coin collecting. Every roll of quarters, every forgotten coin jar, and every inherited collection offers the possibility of discovery. Most searches may reveal ordinary coins, but occasionally someone uncovers something truly remarkable. These stories inspire collectors to continue exploring and learning about the fascinating world of numismatics. The 2001D State Quarter remains an important symbol of a historic era in American coinage. It represents a time when collecting became a nationwide phenomenon and millions of people developed a deeper appreciation for the coins they handled every day. Whether your coin is worth face value or considerably more, it still carries a story that connects it to one of the most successful coin programs in United States history. Before you spend your next quarter, take a closer look. Examine the mint mark, check the condition, search for unusual features. The coin in your pocket may not be a fortune, but it could be a collectible piece of history. And sometimes, that simple possibility is enough to keep the excitement alive for collectors around the world. The next great discovery could be waiting in a coin jar, a bankroll, or even in your pocket right now. Next up,